We are live. We are so direct with certified coach, trainer, keynote speaker, international speaker, Michelle Lee Angiolillo. She helps to increase sales by 300%, closing deals faster, building stronger and more meaningful relationships with her proven state-of-the-art technology method that helps business to exponentially grow, because sales is not a numbers game. It's a people's game. So to learn the secret to sell, to build relationships, increase sales, have the edge, that's when people go to Michelle. She leads, she sells. Michelle in the building. Speak to me, sister.
Jay, I am so excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Amazing. Loving your background, loving the lipstick, loving the energy, my sister. Let's go.
Well, everything comes down to relationships and how we
Yes.
communicate. So that's what I do. And I did not create this methodology. A woman named Sherry Tree did.
Yeah.
And she reverse engineered personality science and created the only methodology in the world that's scientifically validated to predict buying behavior in less than 90 seconds. So people are able to connect, communicate, and close the deal.
Amazing. Let me know who specifically. I know you serve entrepreneurs, but can we get specific? Who do you, yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, sales teams, I work with coaches, trainers. We have a whole certification program that people are jumping into because it's literally transforming lives. This tool and methodology unlocks the secret to understanding people and being able to connect, right? Did you ever meet that person where you automatically were like, yes, I really like you? You spent like 3 minutes with them and you're like, let's go have a beer, right?
Just met that person online just now.
Th-
Michelle.
there
That's
you
what,
go.
yeah.
Right? There's an automatic connect, and you're like, I love the energy. I love this person. This is awesome. Well, in the same amount of time, you could meet somebody and have that total disconnect, right? You're like, I don't know, just not feeling it. Well, it comes down to our operating system, and it's actually based in your core values, which drive all of your decision making and why you do all the things that you do. And so when you start to look at how people are wired, we're not just one thing. We're actually a combination of all four of our codes. The reason people say sales is a numbers game is because mathematically it is. However, it's not about numbers, it's about people. And when you can crack the code, you know how to communicate so that you connect.
Amazing. And how do you communicate so you can connect?
Everybody, when you look at bank, blueprint, it's an acronym for the four personality types. So you have blueprint. They're inside the box, right? They value things like system, stability, predictability, rules, duty. They can be rigid and they avoid risk at all costs. If you heard someone say, if you're on time, you're late, probably high on the blueprint, right? So when you look at each one, they speak a very different language one from the other. The actions blew up the box. They're the movers, the shakers, the millionaire makers, like Jay. Right? They're like little firecrackers in your hand. You hear them before you see them. They want fun and flexibility, spontaneity, action. They're the ones that buy fast, they act fast, they make decisions fast, they change their mind all the time because they get bored really easily. The nurturing, oh, full heart. They recycled the box, made like a little toys for tots box, and they gave everything away, right? They want to focus everything on relationships and teamwork, authenticity. They want to know it's more about them than the money. Let's be friends. Let's get to know each other. How's your family? And then the knowledge is like, listen, without me, you wouldn't even have a box. I engineered your box. Science, data, research, logic. It has to make sense. So when you look at that, think of a PIN number for your ATM machine. You have to enter it in the correct order. Everyone's made up of all four. The first position is what they dominantly show up as, like their power position. The second plays a huge role of who they are. Your third position in your bank code typically represents you under stress. And the fourth position is typically what you stay away from, like your poison, right? So when people come at you in a different code, it can automatically turn you off, like breaking a vial of vinegar and like the sale gets dissolved or the conversation gets dissolved, whether it's your spouse, your child, or your prospect.
Wow. Thank you for laying that out. And I know you mentioned in terms of Cherry Tree, the one that kind of wrote the 2017 book on why they buy. So it's quite fascinating there. What's your personal hypothesis in terms of what sales means to you?
Well, when you look at sales, right, all of us have something amazing to offer people. whether it's your product, your service, what you can do for them. However, when there's a disconnect with communication, it's like a disservice to the person that's sitting across from you because you aren't able to communicate in a way that connects with them. So when we come at sales, it's not from a manipulative way, it's from true connection, understanding, and being able to provide that communication so that that person can say yes. Otherwise, they're going to go work with your competition. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. And where do you see the whole landscape of what's going wrong with sales right now in 2026 in your eyes?
Well, typically, right? People tell you all about what they love, what lights them up about their product. Or they spend many hours and time trying to figure out who you are, asking you a ton of questions, right? Instead of automatically understanding, hey, what's important to this person? It's about them, not me. So being able to know what's important to them and speak their language is going to help them, right? Because that's what we're here to do is help the people we talk to. But if we're speaking French and they're speaking German, there's not going to be a connection.
No, I love that in terms of speaking their language. I know I use a whiteboard. I've got a whiteboard methodology where we write down exactly what their hopes and dreams are on the whiteboard, where their challenges are is written in their own words. And so when something's in their own words, it's harder to refute in that regard. So yeah.
Yeah, love it.
How do you get visible? I see you on YouTube, you know, taking interviews with people, and you got a great website. Like, how do you get visible to your people?
I try to be everywhere, Jay. That's it. I'm everywhere, right? So I speak all over. I am always trying to be out there and change the world. So people got to see you.
Oh, visibility is queen. So you do workshops, do you, or speak on stages? Like to tell me
I
what you do.
Yeah, I do workshops, I speak on stage, I speak at events. I'll be down at a it's the Military Creator Con in Dallas or in Arlington, Texas in a couple of weeks, and I'll be out in San Diego as well at a big event.
Oh, okay. I did an event in San Diego a couple of years ago. Yeah. Are you often in San Diego?
No, actually, this is my second time there, and the first
Oh,
time it was, like, in and out, and I was like, "This place is so cool, I'd love to come back and spend some time," but I'm gonna be there, like, 2 days.
yeah. No, I spent a bit of time in Little Italy. That was quite cool.
Nice.
I was in San Diego and popped down to Nevada as well when I was there. So yeah. What would you say is your big goal for the rest of 2026? You know, we're about to edge into quarter two tomorrow. What's the big goal for the rest of the year?
Well, you know what? We're making a massive movement here. And so my goal is to bring people in to help us. We need more boots on the ground. So we're looking for certified trainers and coaches to help train this methodology and push it out there. We even have a new certification for AI consultant.
Oh,
So we have an AI that actually is all about connecting and it's able to actually write in any of the different codes. So it like takes Chat GPT and puts it on steroids. It's
wow.
fascinating.
Amazing. So let me know, is it that there's a franchise? Is it a franchise system or you work directly for the organization? How does it work? Because you talk about we in that regard. Yeah.
Well, I'm an independent certified coach and trainer with
Okay.
banks. So we have a
Oh,
whole certification
yeah, yeah,
program
yeah. I've
and
seen that. Yeah.
yeah, as well as like tools and state of the art tech.
Okay, fair enough. But in terms of your clients, it's for your own practice and things like this, but you're kind of leveraging the methodology in that regard.
Correct. So I put on training, coaching programs, and again, we focus on implementation. So that's a big key piece of it is you can learn a bunch of stuff, but how if you're not using it, what good is it? So we provide all the implementation and the tools they need to actually get the results they're looking for. People have amazing results with bank that they would never have had without it. So when you look at the results they're getting the increase in their own business, but on the back end, their personal life with their spouse and their kids, their family members, friends, that is all being transformed as well. So in my own business, I was starving and I was able to scale my business that I had using bank in all areas of it, as well as it saved my relationship with my oldest son. So It's a game changer in life and in business.
Okay. Let's talk books. I think you made a comment about the Let Them um book, and we love this in terms of being able to a bit of Jenga there. A bit of Jenga with the book. But yeah, so we love this in terms of people being able to let go. What are you digging into now? What are you reading right now? And give me some insights into it.
Well, actually, I was reading the book Let Them. And
Oh,
it's fascinating when you layer the bank code on top of it, just like layering it on top of the love languages and things like that, right? It brings it to a whole new level. It's not personal, it's personality. And when you see how people are wired, one's going to show up completely different than the other based on their values and
mhm.
how they operate. So it's fascinating to look at books and put that filter on because once you see bank, you can't unsee it.
What do you mean by it's not personal, it's personality? Unpack that.
Okay, so when you look at people, right? So typically in relationships, opposites attract. So me and my husband are wired differently. The things that he values are really things I stay away from. Like
Mm.
he likes processes and systems. He likes to avoid risk. He plans for a rainy day. I spend money like it's going out of style, right? Like, I'm one that's just, I wake up one day, I buy a car just because I feel like, meh,
Mm.
I need a new car. I go through cars like people go through socks.
Mm.
My husband, on the other hand, will compare pricing from here to New York and it will take him months to pull the trigger on buying a car. He's got to get a discount. He's got to see that there's a discount listed or he won't even entertain it, where I know everything's negotiable. If I want
Okay.
it, I'm going to buy it and I want the
Yeah.
best of the best.
Yeah.
So it's just the way that we operate. Like when we first started dating, we like to cook together and he would say, "Hey, can you chop the onions?" Right? So I'd chop the onions and then I'd hand him the cutting board and he re-chopped them.
Mm.
And I'd be like, why did I waste my time? It wasn't that I didn't do it right or that I wasted my time, but he has a whole system and he has to re-chop them before it goes into the sauce, or the sauce isn't going to turn out the way he wants it to, right?
Mhm.
It's the little things in life.
Okay.
I could tell you story after story how my son, he's the exact opposite of me. He actually functions from the head, not the heart. So even when I give him a hug when he was a toddler, he would like cringe.
Mm.
And I would say, well, what did I do wrong as a parent? Why don't you love me? Well, he needs love differently. He's one of the codes that actually doesn't like to be touched,
Mm.
right? And so when you can understand that, you can put the lens on of the person across from you and see the world as they see it. So you're also increasing your emotional intelligence.
Wow. Profound answers. Love what you stated there. What's your block? What's your limiter? Like for a while, I thought, why would Americans work with me? Like they'd work with other Americans. Why they work with this British bloke from the UK? Why would they listen to me? Is what I thought. And then I leaned into my purpose, which is helping people to sell by teaching, ex-high school teacher. So, I leaned into that. But, what blocks you from time to time? Like, is there, yeah.
Well, I go full speed ahead, right? My bank code is action, nurturing, knowledge, blueprint.
Mm.
So the last two pieces of me, when I get stressed out, I'll go straight to a code that's always in my head. I overanalyze things. I can't make a decision to save my life.
Mm.
And what I stay away from is blueprint. So I hate systems. I hate processes. I hate details, right? And typically what you stay away from is what you need the most.
Mm.
So when we work with bank, we optimize you as a person by actually increasing all of those positions, right? So when I get stuck, it's typically because I don't have a process or a plan. And so tapping into that helps me to get out of my own way. And even when I'm stuck in my head, like the first step is self awareness. How do you know where you're showing up and is it benefiting you? How do you leverage the tools you have to actually move you forward instead of stopping you?
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. I love the way you break things down. What you need is what you stay away from the most. Unpack that, please.
Well, so when you look at your values and you look at your bank code, right? The last piece is like your poison code. It's what you are most uncomfortable with and you stay away from it, right?
Mhm.
But we need to optimize ourselves. We need to tap into all four of those bank codes.
Mhm.
We need to take action, right? We need to build relationships. We need to pull out that nurturing piece and really care about people, find our purpose, our mission, like you mentioned. The knowledge piece, we have to know the information. We have to look at things logically, right? And then the blueprint piece, we have to have systems and processes in place. Without the systems and processes, you're just flying by the seat of your pants. So when you can understand what your value sets are and what you're avoiding, you learn how to tap into that so that you can use it for your advantage. So I run full speed ahead, right? I go to hang a picture on the wall. I know I need to put a nail in the wall to hang the picture up. But my action piece is like, let's save some time because time's money. So I'll grab whatever's around. It might be a cup, it might be a stapler, it might be a water bottle, and I try to nail the nail into the wall. But at the end of the day, I still have to go down to the toolbox and pull out the hammer, and I've already wasted time instead of using the right tool. Same thing with your bank code, right? Tap into the things you need, learn to use them for your advantage and grow them. You optimize yourself as a person in it, and you optimize your business.
What do you want people to remember you for? Yeah, what do you want your legacy to be here on Earth in terms of when they think of Michelle, they think of this?
Well, I'm changing the world. That's my mission, is to connect and empower humanity. I'm a co-author in a book called Make People Matter. Every single one of us is important. The world is falling apart. There's a lot of disconnect. People aren't connecting anymore. Relationships are falling apart. I want to help bring that world together and get rid of the judgment and start loving more, because life is short and every one of us matter.
Thanks for sharing. Let them know how they could get in contact with you, and who specifically are you looking to connect with?
I'm looking to connect with coaches, trainers, leaders, influencers, and people who really want to grow their business and are open to do the work, right? And that's who I'm looking for. They can find me, Michelle Lee, on Facebook, Instagram. I'm everywhere.
Amazing. In the present, she is everywhere. She has that beautiful hair. Michelle Lee in the building. She leads, she sells. Thank you, sister. You crashed it out of the park. Took the notes.
Thank
God
you,
bless
Jay.
No worries. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Let's go.
God bless everyone. And Jay, how can we help you?